Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Haiku Friday, November 29th, 2024. I believe that's right. I always have to check my watch. I didn't write it on my notes. Yes, the 29th. And happy Thanksgiving to you all. I hope your Thanksgiving went well. Yes, it was a good Thanksgiving here. Had the family over, except for my middle son wasn't able to make it over from Portland. But oh my gosh, what a good time! What a good time was had. So let's get going. First one is from Scott, and this is in a haiku vein. Scott had posted something uh, on his Facebook page where he had this something to the effect of this year I'm going to use dolphin-free cranberries, and it was a bog with a bunch of with a dolphin swimming around in this cranberry bog, and Scott had written that people thought when they've seen this in the past, they thought that he was serious, that there are actually that cranberries the harvest of cranberries actually harms dolphins. And so he wanted people to know that that was not true. No dolphins get hurt in actual cranberry gathering. But I, being a smarty pants, I wrote back saying, "Oh yeah, really? So do they call? Why is the company called Ocean Spray then?" So then Scott was riffing on that. What I riffed on his, now he's riffing back. And here it is: cranberries in waves, dolphins splash with fruity flair, ocean's juice buffet. Oh, that one cracked me up. Okay, thank you, Scott. Thank you. Now this one, we were at our friend Kaylee's house. And went there to play a board game the other night. Kaylee had a bunch of things written on. They were all Sasquatch centric refrigerator magnet type stuff. You know, where you form the words and all that stuff and make fun sentences. And she had this haiku on there, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to just say that you wrote this haiku for Haiku Friday because you did write it. And so I took a picture of the magnets and then I transcribed it. Here we go. Wander the dark wood, discover silent culture, fugitive or free. Oh, isn't that wonderful? I love it. Mm. Good decaf Earl Grey, case out of a pineapple mug, in case you're curious. Uh, we have a couple from Bill. Bill sent in one last week and it was a little bit late. But so I'm going to read that, and then the one he sent in this week, and it's pretty fun because the first one was he said he rounded the corner at a store, and and this picture that he sent me is just all these Christmas trees packaged up, ready to go. Kind of sad, you know. They're kind of all in their nets, tied up rather. Yeah, and it was weird. And I'm glad Bill takes pictures of weird stuff that he sees. My latest thing, I've been taking weird pictures of the in the newspaper every morning. Family Circus and Dennis the Menace run right next to each other. And the last two mornings, they've seemed to be sort of related. Yesterday's was for sure related. Uh, like, um, like you can make a really good story out of what you see reading both of them. I'm going to see how long that lasts, but I posted those on Facebook and I can share those with you here if you're interested. Um, so here's the first one from Bill. And mind you, there's these Christmas trees all chopped down, packaged up, and ready to go. I can't feel my feet. Me neither, says another. What happened to us? I can see a Christmas tree asking that question. It's a legitimate question. Okay. Second one from Bill on the same kind of vein, if you will. Boxing Day morning. My turn, says the tree softly. Not creepy at all. Our youngest son, I forgot to tell Bill this because I corresponded with him about this. But my youngest son, or not my, no, it's my middle son, he would see the Christmas trees by the garbage cans getting ready to be picked up every year, and it made him cry. And he just thought, this is the saddest thing ever, these Christmas trees. And my neighbor, Ted, who's since passed on, after that started taking Christmas trees and composting them, and then taking the trunk of the tree, cutting them into Yule logs. And this guy, best neighbor ever, would go around gifting people in the neighborhood these lovely wrapped logs with ribbon on them, and it was lovely. And so yes, so Bill, my son Ike, shared your pain in this. Okay, we have one from Max Q coming up. Happy Black Friday. Does no one want to hear it? Back to doom and gloom. I think Max Q sent me a revision, and I think I got the revision on there. And if not, I'll read the revised one next week. But I think I did it right. Here's one from Rico-san. Did you eat someone? I asked the bathroom spider. Stain on countertop. Ooh. Mm. Rico-san hosts various carnivorous creatures in his home. He has a frog that eats flies and whatnot in the house. And apparently spiders doing the job too. I would have loved to seen what that was about. All right. Here is mine. Is it a blessing? Age of stupid hate cult. Smart love shines brighter. Yes, that's something I've been thinking about lately. We maybe this is a great thing that we get to. Well, I'll talk about this more. If you want to stay tuned, I'll talk about it more. If not, that's the haikus that were sent to me. There was one from Rico-san. I was a little bit. He sent me an article and alluded that there was a haiku in there, but I couldn't pick it out. So, my apologies, Rico-san. Help me out on that. And the article was actually interesting. It was about an AI powered Jesus that people could go into a confessional. And the church that I don't think it was a Catholic church, but it was a church that had a confessional. So I don't know. But the church said, you know, it's not confession, but we want to kind of give people this opportunity with this AI Jesus to talk to him behind the grate of a confessional. And so it sounded like a pretty interesting experiment. So that was the article. And I told Rico-san that I have in the past interviewed like Hunter S. Thompson and Abraham Lincoln on my radio show, Out and About, Tuesdays on KYRS Medical Lake Spokane, 88.1 and 92.3 FM, also streaming from kyrs.org. That I have interviewed these folks that are no longer with us. Not to say Jesus is no longer with us, but all to say, I thought maybe I would interview Jesus sometime on the air. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? All right. Happy Thanksgiving again. So this era, I kind of in my haiku, I made a strong allusion to like how these times may be a blessing in disguise that we get to actually do get to live out being heroes, right? And doing cool stuff like that. Uh, I find solace in that. Um, and I remembered something I heard a long time ago about the air raids during World War II, the Blitz over in London. That like every era, there are people who suffered from anxiety, depression, a slew of mental illnesses before World War II. And then when the Nazis started bombing London, and people were tasked with helping other people and getting people into the bomb shelters and all that, mental illness was pretty much unheard of. People were engaged. And I think maybe that's what I get out of this. I feel very engaged right now with pushing back and fighting against this thing. Uh, I'm reading right now a book, and it's actually in the common domain, and I would love to figure out a way to. Um, it's formatted already in a PDF that somebody has provided, but I would love it to be a little more readable. Um, anyway, I think I'm going to provide a link to that PDF sometime, and it's basically by Milton Meyer is the author's name, and he went to Nazi Germany, well, after Germany fell in the 50s, and interviewed former Nazis. And, to say somebody was a Nazi, a lot of people just had to join the party or they wouldn't have had a livelihood, So, uh, he's very understanding, and he felt like actually, even though he was Jewish, and he never told them he was Jewish. He was a Jewish American professor. Um, he felt very friendly and called like 9 of these 10 people friends. The other person was pretty bad. But it's kind of interesting when you hear the people's stories of how they just sort of fell into Nazism. And, of course, World War II, Germany was in really economic straits and people were looking for an answer. Also, they were very concerned about the communists, the Bolsheviks. So Nazism kind of rose up in Germany as a contra to communism. But here we are in the United States. There's no communist threat. The economy's doing great, but we're kind of going down this Nazi road. And it's kind of interesting. Uh, in People Do Survive, I Am My Own Wife. I was in that play, boy, 4 years ago, I guess. And one person play. And it's a great story of a trans woman who thrives actually during World War II and during the East German occupation by the Soviet Union, even though she's really illegal, but she thrives. And so I think there's a message for that. You know where else I find solace? In Hogan's Heroes. Yes, I'm not kidding you. Look it up. Look it up sometime. Just go to, you don't need to watch an episode. Maybe you want to after you YouTube it, but YouTube it and see kind of the history behind Hogan's Heroes and the themes. It's a cool show about resisting and being happy and having fun. And our Nazis are probably just as stupid as their Nazis, the fake Nazis, who were incidentally played by Jewish people in Hogan's Heroes. Okay, so we've been watching that a lot. This week, I've sold a lot of art. I'm doing pretty good on selling art this week. And I think I've been kind of more intentional about that with my wife's help and encouragement. Last night, I had a breakthrough on a project that's been stymieing me a little bit. And I kind of came in a dream state and I was really excited about it. And then right before I did Haiku Friday, I checked it out and it won't work. But for a while, I was very excited about this breakthrough. All right. I'm learning lines right now for another play called Boxes by Pam Kingsley, which will be in April, but it's a heavy line load. So I've already started looking at the lines and memorizing. I'm probably about a fourth of the way through. I just want to get it all down once and then I can revisit it as we get closer. And I'm also writing a story that came to me while I was running, and it bugged me enough that I'm finally writing it, and it feels good to be writing again. Uh, yeah. So what else? I have this note, and it sounds very good, but I don't know what it refers to. The battles that still rage after we leave, and what remains. Okay. Um, I ran really fast at the turkey trot yesterday, like I think it was 9:34. minute miles for 3 miles. It was crazy. I haven't ran that fast in years. Last year, it's over a minute faster than when I ran last year, and I pushed last year too. And then the last time I recorded it, it's 2 minutes faster than that. So I don't know. I'm getting faster. That's cool. Getting older and faster and deafer. It's getting to the point I can't really hear much, but that doesn't matter because I'm just talking to you. All right. That concludes this Haiku Friday. Have a great weekend. Take it easy. It's almost December, and I will see you later. Go to haikufriday.com to check this out. Put your haikus in the messages or as a comment below, or you can send them to me. You can go to Haiku Friday and figure out how to do that, or any other way. I might stock your house and look at your refrigerator and take a picture of it. You never know what I'm going to do. All right. Love you guys. Fight the good fight. Keep a smile on your face. And yeah, let's do this thing. All right. Bye.